AI, David and Daniel. A very warm welcome to you. We really appreciate that you have free up some time for us. David, to start off with you, it's a very early morning for you, I guess, right?
It is. It is early for me, but it's a pleasure being here with you, and I thank you for the opportunity to address questions from you and your audience.
Thanks. And Daniel, you're based in the UK, right?
That's right. It still feels early for me. My brain wakes up around now.
Okay, well, I'm feeling honored to be part of the process and to be a live witness of how you wake up. Actually, let's start there for the conversation going. We're going to talk about the Chief AI Officer. Before we deep dive, I would like to to hear from you what, in your opinion, is the job profile of a Chief AI Officer. How would you? Well, let's say if you have a vacancy by tomorrow, what would be the job profile? David, to start off with you.
Yeah, so this is an interesting conversation. I think we have had several technical roles within the C-suite already, right? So we've had the traditional CIO job. And then once digital became more important, we started seeing the development of the CDO. And then with security technologies becoming ever more present, we saw the CISO role come about. And now we have AI, which in my opinion is perhaps the most transformative technology we've ever seen. It's going to have huge impact on business and society. And so there is obviously an opportunity here for us to introduce a new role that would be focused 100% on understanding the business needs, the business priorities, and how this technology can be transformational to the business.
Daniel, how would you describe, well, maybe not your own role, but in general, what would be your job description for a Chief AI role in your opinion?
Well, I guess what we're seeing from an organizational perspective is companies realizing that they can use AI to improve the core productivity across their tools, how they can use it across Word and coding and that kind of stuff. The AI can also be used to accelerate the digital transformation of a business, so that kind of solving problems across the supply chain, and then finally, how AI could completely disrupt that organization or industry. And so I think that because AI can significantly move the needle across, I guess, each one of those different areas, it requires somebody to stay on top of the ever emerging technologies, the emerging regulation, think carefully about responsibility, and just make sure that these technologies are being deployed pragmatically, responsibly across the organization, and also communicating that to the CAIO, to the CTO, and everybody in the organization where these technologies will touch.
Yeah, the other day I read an article with, a kind of sensational header: how to land on the hottest new seat at the C-suite. Daniel, how did you land in this new C-suite role? It sounded a bit like a new hype. Well, we need a new chief role at the board. What are your thoughts?
So WPP has been obviously creating, probably a quarter of the world's content for many, many years. So they think very, very carefully about the use of technology to ensure that the product that they create is ethical and safe and responsible. And they saw that AI is going to be obviously transformation to their industry. In fact, they've been investing in AI for well over 5 years. That they hired the first VP of creative AI back in 2019. Their global head of AI and data back in 2020. My company was acquired into WPP in 21, and we have a pedigree actually of solving problems across supply chain. So we really understand where AI can move the needle for organizations. So and I think that the WPP recognized that for a company of this size of 120,000 people, plus the responsibility, the impact that they can have on society, it needed somebody to think really carefully about how that technology was being brought into the organization, how it's being brought into their clients, how it's being used to create content, and all again done in an ethical and responsible way. So that's a lot to think about, and it's also a huge responsibility. So I think that was really justification of the role.
Yeah. David, do you also see this in practice more and more, like the role Daniel has? Do you have other examples of companies, organizations in the world that are already have taken this step?